Oh my goodness. I haven't seen this in years. This is crazy. I didn't expect this at all. Welcome back to your Daily Dose as we're headed on in here to Hollywood Studios. There is a big backup here this morning at 9:30 a.m. to get into Hollywood Studios. I haven't seen this in, gosh, so very long. It has been a while since I've seen a backup quite like this, trying to get into a parking inside Hollywood Studios. But let's head on in. We have a lot to talk about. Disney just announced something that I'm not really excited about at all, which is just my personal take.
Here we go. Holiday crowds. Holiday crowds. Holiday crowds. Constant flood. Oh my gosh, this car almost drilled me. That was close.
We've got a breezy, chilly day today. Low 60s, high 50s. With that breeze, I don't know if you guys can feel it, but I'm taking my normal route here. It's kind of like the path less journeyed. Everyone usually follows the crowds. They're over there. The line to get in Hollywood Studios too is packed as well. Boy, oh boy, it's gonna be a day. We have some early lunch, technically breakfast, but it's lunch this morning at Sci-Fi, as well as a lot of updates here at Hollywood Studios. And I'd say we have a pretty significant update here as well. The biggest mystery has kind of been answered at Hollywood Studios, and I'm not really excited about it per se, but some families might be. We'll get to that area soon here within the park, but here's a look at everyone piling in right now at, what time is it, 9:30 still? 9:50. They had the fingers off today, so all you had to do is tap your ticket to head on in. That's how crowded they're expecting it to be. However, today is definitely an update day. There's a lot happening, hopefully, maybe, possibly, here at Hollywood Studios with a recent announcement, and they have a really cool update over here, and someone's actually using it. They have a water bottle refill station now. Brand new. Here a couple days ago. Talk about a mouthful, a water bottle refill station. Remember how I didn't know what it's called before? It's a refill station. Right by these two bubblers, yes, bubblers, we have this refill station. I believe it's filtered. It doesn't say it's filtered. Usually it does, but that's nice. There's a water bottle refill station here now. Look at that. Good job, Disney. Now, something quite possibly even bigger. Well, it is way bigger than a refill station. I think anything at this point would be bigger than that. We're gonna head down Sunset Boulevard. A ride in the future will be going down. You guys have any guesses? Any guesses? Which to me, it's very weird that it's going down again. Rock and Roller Coaster is going down because it was just down. Wasn't it down this year for a long time? I'm pretty sure it was. And I actually had planned to get coffee here this morning, but that was kind of a silly thought of mine, because look at the line for coffee here. That is a long line for in the morning. Usually nobody is in the line this early because everyone's trying to get to rides. Kind of just shows you how crowded it is here today. And as you guys know, I'm always here in the morning too. Like, I'm not really too much of a night person at the parks too much anymore. I'm trying to change that up. I'll be at, you guys saw yesterday, we were at Epcot at night for Festival of the Holidays. But, I'm trying to change it up because, as you know, as the day goes on, it gets even more packed, you know? However, speaking of nights here at Hollywood Studios, Jollywood Nights is now completely over. I feel like they're going to bring it back next year. Hopefully they make it a little bit better. They did learn from the mistakes of the first night, and, yeah, they made it a better nighttime Christmas experience. Even though personally I had a good experience. The lines were just long for pretty much everything. But that's usually always expected on the first night of something new at Disney, you know? I'm going to cut across here in the Sunset Ranch Market, because there's not going to be a lot of people here in the morning versus on Sunset. So if you get a snack somewhere, this is always a good place to bring it, at least here until like 11, because that's when everything opens up and then everyone will be here eating. Now, the question a lot of you guys might be asking is, when is Rock and Roller Coaster going down? Well, we do have a date. It's going to be going down January 8th. But the big question is for how long. They haven't really announced an opening date. The rumor around the mill is that it's going to open, believe it or not, in summer. So basically for the first couple months of 2024, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be going down, which is that's a long time for it to go down, especially for how long it was down. Wasn't it this year it was down? So yeah, that's kind of a big ouch for Hollywood Studios. Since, I mean, let's go check the current wait time right now. Here at 10 a.m. It's a whopping 65-minute wait already. It's crazy. It'll probably be around, more like a 50. But, that's a pretty big hit for Hollywood Studios because this is a really popular ride. I mean, going down in January is also good because not too many people do come in January. But for it to be down for the first, whole half of 2024, it's kind of a shocker. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a little bit earlier than summer. There's no word on opening date, but usually when they do that, it kind of goes down for a while. 2 weeks they'll say, but I have a feeling they don't really know. So I guess we'll see. Also, this area right here, you'll usually see a lot of VIP tour guides. See this right here? So this is where a lot of famous people could come out of. So always, if you're in this area, keep an eye out. You never know if you could see some famous actor. Speaking of the wait times, here's what we are working with at 10:10. It is crowded, to say the least, as to be expected. Yep, it's going to be that kind of day. With how busy today is, it's actually going to be a pretty good judgment on what Disney just announced and what they're bringing to the new area. We're going to head on over to Animation Courtyard, just over here to the right. I have my doubts, and I have my head scratching on why this was. Let's walk on over here real quick. I actually made a video on this a little bit earlier, or actually I think a couple months ago. It was about a future expansion at Hollywood Studios that now is definitely not going to happen. We actually just walked on over here. This is kind of what I'm talking about. And a great way for crowds to head through this way. But then again, would Disney ever do something like this? I thought they might have. But now it's not looking like they will at all. We're gonna head inside here through the Hollywood Studios sign, which they recently redid. I feel like it was 2022 when they did that. Was that last year? I'm just getting everything kind of compiled together here because Disney just takes so long with all these projects. At least recently, Recently for sure. Meanwhile, Chip and Dale are just doing what Chip and Dale have been doing their whole lives here for the past 3 years at Hollywood Studios, playing in their lawn and having a perfect picnic. Now here's the big news on what Disney just announced and what is going to happen and what they're currently working on. This isn't just an announcement of just throwing it out there and it might not happen. It is pretty much for sure happening. Right here, the voyage of the Little Mermaid is going to be no more. It's going to be a reimagined stage show of the Little Mermaid. Now, I have my thoughts on this, but before I get to my thoughts, kind of want to tell you guys on what this is going to be. It's going to be, I believe, inspired by The Little Mermaid, the first movie of the Little Mermaid. It's not going to be a live action, which is, I feel like they could have done that, or they would have done that, but it's still going to be saying The Little Mermaid, the old Little Mermaid, the original story. And believe it or not, I believe this has been closed since, 2020? I think it didn't reopen with COVID. It's been closed for nearly 4 years now. 4 years, and I've been kind of wondering, a lot of the Disney community's been wondering, why has this not reopened? There's been rumors going around the mill that there's mold in the building, and that's what they were doing. But, I don't know too much about mold, but I do know that I don't feel like it should take 3 years for that to happen. But now they are opening it. It's going to be good for kids for sure. Families, what do you guys think about this getting reimagined to another Little Mermaid show? What do you guys think? It's going to be opening, I believe, next year in the fall of 2024. Right here, it's not moving. It's the same show building, so it's going to be right here. But what do we think about that? Because it brings into consideration about everything in this area, which to me usually feels like a waste of space, that something just needs to be updated. Like, you obviously got the Disney Junior Dance Party, and it's pretty popping actually right now, more than I thought it was going to be, but it's never really like this. I'd say only for the holidays it's like this. I would have liked to see like a whole reimagining of this area, because it does need it, because it just seems just like a whole space of, what is this, you know? Because we got Star Wars Launch Bay. If you guys know what that is, we'll kind of take a look through that real quick. Quick pause here. I just wanted to say, keep in mind too, this area at night is completely empty, because I believe everything closes around 5 to 6, and then you still have 2 to 3 hours depending on how late Hollywood Studios is open. This space not even getting utilized. This is what I mean by, I feel like it just needed to be changed into something that is going to happen all day. That's a big issue with this area. But I feel like it was just a waste of an announcement, because it kind of just guarantees that this area is going to be here to stay. Because they wouldn't just invest in a new show. I don't know how much the new show would cost, but they wouldn't do that if they weren't thinking about doing anything with this whole area, you know? If they were doing something with this area, there's no way that they would create the show and open it next year. So that's why I'm just kind of like, it's a head scratcher, and I'm just like, it was a wasted opportunity, because you could have made something up to date here in Hollywood Studios, which is really needed in my eyes. In my eyes, for sure. You could make a whole new character spot. You could expand back on over there, because they don't really use those buildings that are back there, the old animation buildings, to my knowledge. Does anybody know? Because I don't really feel like they do. Unless there's cast members maybe watching this video and they work in those buildings. I don't know if you can even comment down below. But to me, I was just a little bit sad with hearing this, because I just want this area to change, because I feel like it's fallen behind with the times of Hollywood Studios, because Hollywood Studios have seen just so much change over the years while this has kind of stayed. But keep in mind, too, people might like that. Like, this is a little bit more of old Hollywood Studios in a way. I'm unsure, but that's kind of like my long take on this change and announcement. That's really just kind of had me like, oh, man. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Comment down below. Will be good for kids, but I feel like they just had a missed opportunity. Disney's official statement, it goes, as part of our continued investment in the parks experience, Disney Live Entertainment has been dreaming up innovative ways to bring new life to the beloved story of Ariel's journey to be part of the human world. When it opens, the show will feature stunning new set pieces, cutting-edge effects, in a bold new design that captures Ariel's imaginations and emotions through her unique view of the world around her. Again, been closed for 3 years. Now, it was a really unique show at that. I'm just like, I don't know. But that's the thing about us Disney people, you know? We really don't like change, but I feel like this is the change that is just a miss on a project that they could have really done. And it really kind of does show that Disney really doesn't have much of a budget, per se, like Universal. They're not getting the investment, which is just like, why? Why? The parks are such a money printer, you know? Even when Universal said their parks are such a money printer. I don't know why Disney doesn't. I don't know why. Am I overreacting on this? I don't think so, because I just had strong opinions on this place changing for a better kids experience, or maybe just a huge expansion back there. And it just kind of all confirms we're not going to get that. So it's still going to stay this story with a little bit of different changes, probably effects. I guess we'll see next year. Like always, share your guys' thoughts down below. And now that this area is not going to change, let's just kind of show you what this area really all is, I guess. We obviously have the Disney Junior Dance Party over here. the meet and greets of Fancy Nancy, Vampirina. I believe Pluto's still over here, yeah. They're out here. And the Disney Dance Junior Party is right there. It's actually going on right now. And usually this area is completely empty. The reason why it's not is because of the holidays. So it has definitely picked up in crowds. But usually this place is just a whole lot of nothing. Especially back here in Launch Bay. Let's go see the state of this back here. And this is what I was saying, like, there's just a lot of space back here that they don't use. Like, there's a gift shop here that's not open. Gift shop right here that's not open. And then there's obviously a gift shop to right over here, Launch Bay Cargo, that still isn't getting used. See what I mean by this space? Has just been like a whole lot of nothing for the past 3 years. And now they're basically confirming it's here to stay. Here's Launch Bay Cargo that I believe has been closed since Galaxy's Edge maybe opened. So has this been closed for 4 years? That could be possible. That could be possible. Let's head on in Launch Bay, just kind of see, like, on a really crowded day, how many people are utilizing it. On an average, typical Hollywood Studios days, you're not going to see this many people here this early. No way, Jose. Well, as we are walking on back here, here's more of just, like, a waste of space of an area. See what I mean? There will be some time in the future where Disney does elect to maybe change all of this. Maybe the budget of the new Little Mermaid show isn't going to be that much, and they're just doing it temporarily, so there is something inside that building. But I feel like Disney doesn't think like that. If they were going to change this whole building, or this whole area, I don't feel like they would have invested in something such a short time, you know? Could be wrong. But this whole area right here is just, like, not even used. I mean, we just saw one person. Usually you don't see anybody. I don't know. I feel like my opinions are really strong over here just because I'm a little bit disappointed, a little bit saddened. Like, this building here, too, used to be like a show. Like a little something, but it's not. But here's, like, the building. You can kind of see it behind these big, tall trees. Kind of looks like bamboo, but it's not. Don't know how many people work in there. They used to be where the Imagineers were based until they shipped them all off to California. I don't think they use it too much. However, if you guys can see, there is a parking garage back there. Like, there's stuff back there. It is kind of a tight space, but I really thought maybe they could have. But apparently they really do use these buildings, or even if they just knock down this whole section and change it, because this Star Wars is just so out of place, you know? Really is, because now you have 3 Star Wars sections in Hollywood Studios. It's just so odd, you know? It really is. Like, this has been closed forever. Not too many people back here. Usually no one's on the stairs. But here's also that building. I've showed it in the past. It's where they animated Lilo and Stitch. A couple other movies as well. I will say, during the summer, this place is a great place to come on in for AC. Other than that, it's just utilized as a Star Wars museum. Used to be the exit of that show. I believe you would exit out over here, yeah. But now it's just like, just models of Star Wars things. Just so out of place for Hollywood Studios, in my opinion. A long time ago, it would have been a nice thing. But now it's just like, change is needed. Change is needed. This used to be showing, I feel like a couple months ago. It's blocked off now. I have no idea why. It used to be like I think one of Anakin's things. I think it was like Anakin's, I don't remember. I don't even know what to call it, honestly. Star Wars Launch Bay. Bunch of meet and greets in here. Just, I think, 3. Got Vader. This is Chewie's line, I believe, which there actually are people in line. It just feels, you know, I've already kind of covered it. But there are people usually using it today. 40 for Vader. I think 20 for Chewie. And then BB-8's always going to be like a 10-minute wait. BB-8's over here. Oh, he's 15. Pretty much a 10. Do you guys agree? Oh, Chewie went up to a 20. What do you guys think? Honestly, what do we think? Like, I am happy they finally announced something, but I don't know if it was a good announcement for the area. I don't know. I don't know. These are some long takes. Kind of just getting my whole brain just thrown at you. They used to have a dessert party here. They don't do that anymore. I mean, even if they didn't do like a meet and greet area over here, which I feel like they still would, this would be another chance for just like another probably potential e-ticket ride back here. There's enough space where they could do something like that, but they aren't. They aren't. So there's kind of a big update here at Hollywood Studios, but it's more of a head scratcher to me. And yeah. We got something. Maybe not what I wanted, but maybe not what I had hoped it was going to be. Maybe someday, but not anytime soon. And like how I was saying, this area would be a great way to connect to Sunset Boulevard. This just wraps around that way. And this can actually connect to Toy Story Land as well. Would have made like a park just a little bit more easy to navigate and not just one way down Sunset, which would help the crowds definitely at night too. Anyways, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. It's not gonna happen. Believe it or not, it's now time for my lunch / breakfast. I have a lunch reservation, breakfast, but it's lunch at 10:40 at Sci-Fi. It's weird that they serve lunch at 10:40, you know? So we're gonna get something small. I just wanted to kind of go in there and have a nice little sit down lunch, breakfast, even though I feel like it's breakfast and they don't have breakfast. So let's go on over there. I'm gonna go check on in, and we actually do have one more update after. Just to show you the difference in the time for those who've been watching all year, here's what Mickey and Minnie's looks like today during the holidays. Pretty much all filled outside. Probably the busiest time is going to be now until 2, and then it'll probably die down. But when's the last time we saw almost all the outside switchbacks being utilized? It's been a while. To me, it feels so wrong and odd to be eating lunch at 10:40, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity in Sci-Fi. I wonder how many other people are going to be in there dining. Unless they got up like super early and now they're ready for lunch, you know? I kind of expected it, but my table's ready instantly upon like checking in on the app. So that kind of shows there might not be a lot of people here in the morning. Lunch at 10:40, here we go. You know, there actually is a decent amount of people waiting to go on in. Think I just got called? Well, I did just get my spot, but I did have to show you there's pretty much nobody here in the morning. Like 2 parties. Would you guys do this? I feel like if you rope dropped, it'd be fine. But I'm having a very early lunch, which is okay with. It's kind of a different experience, even though it's already quiet in this area all the time. I got the way back of a car. We'll say the food's just okay. But this is all about the atmosphere. You know? For us kids who used to play VMK, I always have to say it. Feels like VMK to me. I love VMK. Let's take a look at the menu here real quick. This is where I walked in. Right there. Alright, welcome to Sci-Fi. I think I'm going to order something pretty small. This was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Here's a look at the menu that they give us. I like how it's actually not a QR code. It's actually like back in the day. It's an actual menu. I think I'm just gonna get some appetizers, some smoked wings, and probably gonna try a fried dill pickle. They do have a lot of entrees. I'm not really feeling in the entrees, especially this early, since I kind of just woke up at 8:30. So I actually just got some fried dill pickles and some smoked wings. That's a powerful breakfast, right? Anyways, while we're here at Sci-Fi, ordered the food already. I ordered it actually with my drinks. I didn't really want to waste too much time just looking at the menu when I already knew what I want. That's usually kind of what I do. Should be a quick one. Probably, honestly, 30 to 40 minutes. This is more kind of like a quick service in a way. At least it's kind of like intended to be a fast sit down. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but these wings are thick. I don't know how many I'm going to have, but there's that. And then here's our pickles. I don't know if I'm going to like the pickles, so we're going to give it a go. Quick little mini review. The wings were a little bit on the fatty side. They were pretty good, but not my favorite here on Disney property. The fried pickles actually surprised me. That was my favorite, believe it or not. And the sauce it came with, the ranch, by the way, is bomb. The ranch is amazing. Pickles over the wings, surprisingly. Weird, right? Well, that's a wrap, y'all. Very quick. 30 minutes and we're out. Well, I'm going to make my way through Galaxy's Edge here. Just heard a big boom. I don't know what that was from. Oh, it's probably Indiana Jones. I want to make my way through here because we got to end up in Toy Story Land. Check this out. They're using the extended area for Rise of the Resistance. It's a busy, busy day. 85-minute wait for Smugglers. And I think this is a real one because look at this. The line is actually outside. Hardly see that anymore, too. Gonna try to stay low-key here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, gosh. I thought he was coming for me. We're good. Here they come again.
This outpost is under observation by the First Order.
There they go.
I've been seeing a lot of cargo ships.
Check this out. Just wanted to see where the single rider was. The line, it's not too bad, but it's way longer than usual. If you can't tell, today's kind of like a no-ride day because everything's just so slammed. That probably taken 20 minutes, but we're A-okay. Well, like I said a little bit earlier, we've got one more update coming, and it's in Toy Story Land. You've got to be kidding me. Alien Swirling Saucers is a 60-minute wait? Wow. And speaking of Alien Swirling Saucers, it does change for Christmas. See the music? Look at the line just to get into Woody's Lunchbox area. All these people have mobile orders ready. Our update pertains to the building where they had their kitchen. They just built this kitchen over here. They finally installed the murals. Or I wouldn't say install, they finally finished the mural on the show building side. And now we're just waiting for them to take this down and finish like the seating that has been under construction for I really feel like over 2 years now. That was just supposed to be an additional shaded area, very small for Woody's Lunchbox, but these have been up forever now. Just chilling here. With that, let's head this way. If you're wondering what the wait time for Slinky is, it's a mere 120-minute wait for Slinky Dog Dash. Decided to venture on this area. They actually added some tables and chairs for a nice little seating, little additional seating. This is new. I wonder if this is just gonna be for the holidays, just because a lot of the seatings everywhere kind of fills up. But they added this. I think it's just gonna be for the season because of the colors, red, blue, and white. Well, this could be for the new year too. Wonder why they picked red and blue. That's not even like Toy Story colors, right? Or is it Incredible colors? Not to my knowledge. But Sully, Mr. and Mrs. Incredible over there, and same with Edna Mode. I'm gonna head on into some of the shops here, and if I find anything that's worth filming, you guys will see right now. Surprisingly, the shop's really not that full. No one's choosing to shop this afternoon. It is noon now. This is a shop I actually used to work in if you guys have been here since 2020. Fun fact, met a lot of you guys when I worked here. They still do have some of the Star Cruiser merch inside here. Not too much. Oh, they even sell the droids. Thought all that was gonna be gone quick, but nope, it's still here. Even the hats are still here. They must have had a lot of stock. They've got a lot. Everything since they started selling it back into the parks when it closed. All still here. Check this out. Disney 100 items are 30% off, and I haven't seen this Loungefly. I think this is part of the Decades collection. I haven't seen this bag. Let me figure out what year it is. Here's the info right here. 1995. Oh, the year after I was born, this movie came out. Series 8 of 10. It's almost done. Can you guys read that? I'm not sure if you can. Oh, there you go. I don't think it was focusing. We also now have Toy Story 2. This is a series 10 out of 10. I've never seen these years either, so this is going to be like the last release. For the last of the series. 2000, wow. I was 6 years old when Toy Story 2 came out. I don't think I've seen this pillow since it like came out. It was part of like the original collection. I think this sold out. This is not new. This is like a restock pillow. It's $50 for the eras. With that, everybody, Christmas is right around the corner. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.